Good morning, class. Hope everyone is fine. I'm Kasasa Ronald, and your computer teacher, your ICT teacher. And today, I'm going to take you through input and output devices. I'm going to take you through input and output devices. So, what are input devices? So, an input device is used to send data or information to the central processing unit. An input device is used to send data or information to the central processing unit. In other words, these input devices help humans to interact with the computer. It helps you as a user to interact with the computer. So this is the diagrammatic expression. So these are input devices. So they help you send data to the CPU, the central processing unit, the main brain of the computer. In other words, you're interacting. In that process, you are interacting with the computer. You as the user is able, by sending information to the CPU or to the main brain, and the computer sending back, you are interacting with the computer. Yes. So what are the examples of input devices? What are the examples of input devices? First and foremost, the keyboard. The keyboard is the most common type of input devices. It has over 104 keys, alphabets, numbers, the enter key, and many more. So this is our keyboard, the one I'm pointing at. This is our keyboard. So, and these are the letters. So each button has represents something. Each button represents something. It may be an alphabet, it may be a number, it may be the enter key, it may be something. So by pressing that each relevant key, you as a user is able to enter data and instructions into the computer. For example, if you so by pressing each key here, for example A, you're able to enter A as information into the computer. So we shall be looking at each function of the button at the buttons of the keyboard in our next lesson, as we look at the keyboard in particular, a keyboard at itself and its and the functions of, and we shall be able to look more at the keyboard. Then the other example of input device is the mouse. So the reason why you see this pointer, the reason why I'm able to move it all over the screen is by the help of this mouse. So it interacts with the computer through the process known as point and click. This mouse helps you as the user to interact with the computer through the pointer, through the process known as point and click. So this is pointing. Clicking, I'll be able to show you at the end of the lesson. Remind me, please. I'll show you what clicking is. So this is pointing. You can see pointing. I'm pointing at the mouse. So that's one of the processes that is clicking. We shall be able to show you at the end of the lesson. When the user moves the mouse, the pointer moves in the corresponding direction on the computer monitor or screen. What am I meaning? So you see, if I move my mouse this side, the pointer will move at the corresponding direction. Remember, I'm moving the mouse at this side. So as well, when I move it this side, the pointer will move this side. When I move it down, it will move down, and then when I move it up, it will also move up. So that's what we're talking about if the user moves the mouse, the pointer moves in the corresponding direction on the computer monitor or screen. So our other input device is the scanner. This is an input device used to transfer images or text from books or paper into the computer. So if you happen to have something on paper and you want to directly transfer it to the computer directly, so you put it inside here. You see this blue screen inside here, then you close this black thing up, down, and then in just a few minutes, once you put in the commands, you'll be able to put that information, that image, that whatever on the piece of paper onto the computer screen directly. So this is an input device used to transfer images or text from books or paper into the computer. So then the other is microphone. The other is microphone. This is also an example of input device. So the reason why you're able to hear my voice, the reason why I'm able to communicate is because I'm using the microphone. So it is used to record our voices, all different sounds into the computer. So you can see I'm able to communicate to you through the computer by the help of the mouse. So I can record different voices and refer them to you through the computer by the help, all into the computer by the help of this microphone. So it helps us interact with our friends. We are interacting as per now. We are interacting. We're in class. We are interacting through the internet. We are sharing knowledge through the internet. For example, through WhatsApp, voice notes. Those voice notes you send on WhatsApp. It's by the help of the microphone that you're able through the Zoom meeting like this one we're having. That's why I'm using the microphone, and that's why you're able to hear what I'm able to communicate. I'm able to interact with you. Yes. Then the other is the webcam. So the webcam. So this is an input device used to capture photographs and videos. So these are camera looking structures. So once you want to enter something, photograph or video, you can take a picture using this webcam and it's directly put into the computer. And if you want to record a video, you can also use the webcam. So they are more often used in live stream video or performing video chats or something like that. So I know most of you do live chats on like like you call your friends video chat on WhatsApp. So the reason to why you're able to video chat is that by the help of this webcam, it takes your image as you're interacting with someone using WhatsApp on a video call. You can also see someone's face, and he or she is able to, at that position, is able to see you and what you're doing, and that's the webcam, and it's also an example of input device. Then the other, so for now, those are the examples of input devices. So we're also going to look at the output devices. We're going to look at the output devices. So an output device receives information or data from the central processing. Remember, the input devices help you transfer data from you user to the central processing unit. Yes, it's through the input devices that you're able to interact. But for the case of the output devices, these receive information or data from the central processing unit. So you can get the difference. The other ones send data to the central processing unit, hence interacting. So this way, for the output devices, it's then it's through these devices that central processing unit is able to send information is able to interact with you, the user. So using the output devices, the computer is able to interact with the human. So through this so you can see the diagrammatic expression. So the central process, it's through these output devices that this central processing unit, the main brain of the computer, is able to send information, is able to interact with you, the user, at that particular moment. So we're going to look at the examples of output devices. First and foremost, this is the monitor. It looks just like the TV. Yeah, it looks just like the TV, and it displays images, information, data from the computer, just like the television sets you have at home. So this is an output device that displays data from the computer onto the screen so that the user can interact with the data. So if the CPU wants to interact with you, the main brain wants to you the user to see something like image or any data or any data, image, documents, it will have to use this monitor and send that information so that you're able to see images, videos. Yeah, that's the data. So if the CPU, the main brain, wants to show you some data, some images, some videos, it will have to utilize the monitor so that you're able to see these images, so that you're able to see these particular videos it wants to share with you. Then the other is the speakers. So most of you have seen the speakers. We usually have kadanke here. You dance from morning to evening. So these allow you to listen to music and hear sound effects stored on the computer. So the reason to why you're able to hear my voice from that sound from wherever you are is because of the help of these speakers. I know some of you are using phones and you're wondering. So the phones also have their speakers, but those using computers, you have the speakers. So those are the speakers. It allows you to listen to music, informations, and many particular sounds from the computer. So hence enabling the computer to interact with the user through the voice, through the numerous sounds, etc. So there is the headphones. Headphones, most of you have headphones, earphones, and you listen to music from your phones, blah blah. So these are used to listen to music or sound effects from the computer without disturbing others. For the speakers, everyone will have to listen, everyone will hear. But when it comes to the headphones, it's only you, the user, that will listen to whatever you're listening to. So this also helps the computer interact with you through sound, voices, music, blah. But this time round, it will be you individually that will hear, unlike the speakers where everyone will hear. Yeah, so these are headphones. It will be you. If you want to listen to something for a song in the computer, it will be you and only you that will be able to hear that music, unlike the speakers where everyone in the room, as long as the sound is high, everyone will be able to hear. Then the other is the projector. Yes, the other is the projector. I'll be able to show you the projector and the numerous parts of the projector in our next lesson. But today, let's look at the projector as an output device in particular. So, is an output device that projects an image from the computer onto a large surface. So this display information. In case I want to display this information, it will help me display this information on the wall in case I want it to appear on the wall just there. So I'll use this projector to project information on the wall, and you'll all be able to see. Because I want this image on the wall, I'll want you to see in a bigger perspective. It can help me put it on a wall and you'll all be able to see. So this way you're also interacting with the computer. So it's through the projector that the computer interacts with you, the user. Yes, through images. Then question time. Question time. So think you've understood output devices receive information from the CPU, from the central processing unit, which is the main brain of the computer, to you, the user. Hence, hence the computer is able to interact with you, the user. Then we've looked at numerous. So input devices I used to send information from the central processing unit to the user. So to send data from or information from the central processing to the central processing unit. In other words, you're able to interact with the computer, you're able to interact with the main brain of the computer. So examples of input devices, the keyboard. We've looked at the keyboard. the mouse, scanner, microphone, webcam, and so many more. So the output devices, as for the output devices, receive information or data from the central processing unit. So the CPU, the main brain of the computer, or the computer, is able to interact with you, the human, the user. We've looked at numerous examples: the monitor, the speakers, the headphones, the projector, and so many more. So as we come to the conclusion of this lesson, I have a few questions. You'll have to fill in these gaps and present this work by the end of today. Present your books. I'll be in the staff room waiting by the end of today, so that in our next lesson we're able to do some corrections. So number one, A dash is used to record our voices into the computer. A dash is used to record our voices into a computer. Number two is barcode reader is an dash device. A barcode reader is an dash device. So a stylus is an dash device. A stylus is an dash device. The buttons on the keyboard are called dash. The buttons on the keyboard are called dash. Then the touchpad in the laptop is an dash device. The touchpad on the laptop is an dash device. So the printed copy on the paper is called dash. The printed copy on the paper is called dash. Which part of the then 8, which part of the computer looks like TV? Which part of the computer looks like TV? Then 9, which part of the computer is used to point and select an object? Which part of the computer is used to point and select an object? So, and lastly, scanner is an dash device. A scanner is an dash device. So thank you very much. So I hope you'll be able to present those books for marking in the staff room, and so that in the next lesson we will be able to do some little bit of corrections. We will be able to do some little bit of corrections. So thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck and enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you very much. That is it for today. Till we meet.